Hi friend, I am Lee Keckner. Welcome to day number 23 of Relationships It's Your Fault. Oh wait, only 10 more days. My gracious, it's going fast. If you would join me in 3 relaxing breaths, and I'll see if I can breathe through Eve's loud bossy noises. Let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. In through our nose and out through our mouth. Hey Evie, I see. I don't want her to bite a hole in that, and could you quit yelling, please? Thank you. Okay, you guys, today we're going to talk about something that is the most important thing you can do in any relationship. This is it. It sounds so simple, but to really do it, your relationships will kick ass. It's to see and to hear. That's it. Listening and seeing are the 2 biggest things. Hold on. Evie, is there any way you can stop shouting for a minute while I do this? So being seen and heard is the most important thing a parent can do to a child. Why? Because those are the 2 things that tell the child they matter. When you can see the child and you can hear the child. Now, how many of you felt seen and heard from your parents? How many of you guys felt like your parents saw who you were? And when they listened as if what you were saying had great importance. Not many of us, not many people I know, and sometimes probably not my own children, feel that way, that they're really seen and heard, that their parents see who they are, right? Instead they're like, get in the car, go faster, why are you crying, stop it, pick it up. That kind of stuff is going on. So the way that we feel like we matter and we are worthy is if we have been seen and heard. Now, when you get into adult relationships, and you come from a foundation where you didn't feel seen and heard, and you're in a relationship, and this could be mostly in romantic relationships, and I say that because that's where we get the most triggered and the most stuff comes up for us, but also with family members and coworkers and everyone, right? We get triggered a lot. But if we are talking to our partner and we feel like they don't hear us or see us, not only are we pissed from the adult level, but jetting out of us is all the anger still we hold from our childhood from not being, it triggers all of it. So I think relationships would completely evolve if we could learn to really hear each other, most importantly. There are 2 little things I wrote down that I like. It says, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. Most people listen with the intent to reply, right? So when someone else is talking, we're thinking of what we're going to say, which means we're not really listening to the person. Something that I think is an amazing tool, and I have to struggle to remember this every day because I react so often to my husband David, or I correct him, or I tell him a little thing that I know could help him. He doesn't want a little thing. He wants me to shut up and listen. He wants me to close my pie hole and open my ears. So I constantly am working with this, and like if I kind of cut him off, he'll just walk away, and I'll have to say, hey, could I have another chance, please? And then I tell myself, quiet my brain. And 2 things I like too is the thought of listening with the ears of your heart, seeing with the eyes of your heart, which means you connect into your heart and that loving energy, and then you listen with the intention of being silent, not interrupting, not correcting. They say the biggest gift you can give another human being is to hear them, to listen to them. They also said that healing starts as soon as a person feels heard. So the 2 things that seem so easy, I mean, for parenting, I always say the most important thing you need to remember is to see and hear your child. That's it. That tells them they matter. That tells them they're worthy. And that's the same with us now. If our partner doesn't listen because we've kind of started going like this on different levels and passing each other and we're mad at each other, as soon as you stop and look them in the eye and listen to what they're saying, silently, and silent means your pie hole's shut, and you quiet your mind. You move from your mind to your heart. and you listen as you see them. I remember that when Sargent was little, and he's my most sensitive, intuitive child, and there's so much going on, and he has a twin, and all the kids were little, and I was just running all the time, and I would always talk to Sargent, would like talk to my back or to my shoulder, or I'd be driving and talking, or on my computer and talking. And then when I started learning about the importance of listening and seeing, I just saw the biggest change with him, because I would get down, he'd go, Mom, he had a scruffy voice, and I would get down to his eye level and look right in his eyes, and he literally would go, I mean, it was overwhelming to him, because he felt so seen and he wasn't used to it. So it was so beautiful to see the power of it firsthand from not doing it mindfully, or all of my attention in that one pair of eyeballs. One moment, please, while I kind of jumped all over the place. When we perceive our partner, coworker, family member as not hearing us, it triggers all those old hurts, and we usually react from them. The Dalai Lama said, when you talk, you are only repeating what you already know. When you listen, you might learn something new. I'm going to say that again. When you talk, you're only repeating what you already know. When you listen, you might learn something new. That's so beautiful. And even to think with your partner, you might learn something new if you listen. You might see a new side to them, a gleam in their eye when they talk about something you haven't seen before. All these little clues. One of the greatest gifts you can give another is silent listening. Do you know the word listen and silent have the same letters in them? Coincidence? I don't think so. And I like the idea of going, and my whole thing is moving from our heads to our heart, moving from our egos to our true self. So think about that, plugging in before you listen, and try this today. When you're listening to your lover, if you don't have one, when you're listening to your child, if you don't have one, when you're listening to a friend or a coworker or a stranger, we all have those, right? When they come up to you, set the intention to silent listen, and then think about taking a part of your brain listening tube and sticking it into your heart. And look them in the eye and don't say a word. Let them say everything they want to say, and then be silent after. And see if it feels organic to respond, or just that was enough for them to be heard and they carried on. So we talked about listening, and then the other thing is seeing with the eyes of your heart. No matter how the person in front of you is showing up, knowing that under that person is a beautiful, pure, bright light, directly connected to you, me, and everything else on the planet. So when you're looking at someone, see them. Not see their unshaven face or their big pimple or their mean scowl. See them, who they really are. Look into their eyes and see them. And as you look into their eyes and you silent listen connected to your heart, if they have a scowl, it's going to soften. And you're going to see something new, and you're going to respond organically, not with what you're spinning, your old bullshit stories or responses. Allow yourself to be fresh in the moment. Seeing and listening are the most powerful things we can do in connecting with any other human on the planet. It literally means what you have to say is important, therefore you matter. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to say my quote. Listening is an attribute of the heart. It is a genuine desire to be all in with another, and it is sexy as hell. Come here, Brooke. Come put your little feet right here. This is Brooke. Put your face so you can see yourself. Hi, I'm Brooke. This is Evie's friend Brooke, who's having a visit today. I'm so happy she's here. Evie just fell. I was going to say a little prayer. Would you guys like to close your eyes and join me in the prayer?
Sorry.
You don't have to. You don't want to join in the prayer? Okay. Well, we're going to pray now, so you can either stay and say it with me with your eyes closed, or you can just stand here quietly. Which one?
I'll stand here and do nothing.
Okay, don't do anything. I'm going to
Mom,
say...
can I have some of this?
Yeah, but it's glass and we're outside, so don't drop it and break it, dear. Okay, I'm going to say a prayer real quick, okay? Dear God, thank you for our eyes. Thank you for our ears. Thank you that they are working. Let us use them to the highest way that we can. let us show up in a powerful way. Let us tap into our heart. Let us see each other. And let's have space to say what we need to say and space to receive and hear what needs to be heard. We are grateful for these precious little girls, everyone who's watching, and a special blessing of upliftment on the world. Amen. Thank you, girls. Thank you for hanging out. You did very good quiet time during my prayer. Do you have anything profound to say to people?
Hey, who just said I looked like Dave?
She looks like David. J. Gray Jordan said that. He's my friend in Kansas. He's a nice photographer. Hi, Candy. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day number 24. See you.